Renovating a 5-inch gauge sweep piece steam locomotive, part 20, completing the polishing and touching in of some of the paint. Refitting the saddle tank to the engine, I bolted it to the cab first and then to the smoke box. Mission accomplished. The paint doesn't look new, but it looks a lot better than it did. This is quite a short video, mainly showing me polishing the tank to start with and then fitting the tank to the engine. I'm quite pleased with the finish that I've actually got on this. It's not perfect, particularly around the filler cap, but I think that is silver solder. It's not quite as smooth as you would expect, but it looks okay. It's in keeping with the rest of the engine. The whole point of the exercise is to try and get this tank to match the colour of the cab, and I think I more or less got there. These parts were difficult because the polisher actually removed the paint from the edges. So here I'm touching them in with a paintbrush. They are of course the brackets that hold the tank to the smoke box. I'm using repeat passes with a very small paintbrush to fill the gap between the edge and the main part of the tank. This simple job was trickier than I thought it was going to be, and I was very careful not to splash paint on the main paintwork. I'm repeating the process at the other side to make both of these fittings match. If you look carefully, you can see some brass showing through on the edges, but the paintbrush took care of this. I didn't want to use etching primer, besides it's unnecessary with brass, just in case the paint lifted. You've been watching close-up high-resolution images. Now when I pull the camera out a little bit, it looks a whole lot better. I'm really pleased with the way this has worked out. It shines nicely. And although it's not exactly the same as the cab, it looks okay. And I think that is the fact that this is new paint, and the paint on the cab has been on there for many years. But as I say, it's near enough for jazz and rock and roll. Here you get the idea. If you look at the tank and then look at the cab, yes, it's near enough. And it starts to look a whole lot better when I put the tank in position. In my workshop I have quite bright LED lights, which gives a false impression of the brightness of the paint. If you look at the tank, where it's next to the cab, the paint is a much better match. And this is due to a lower light level. I've already fitted the tank to the cab, but I couldn't really show you this, there was no way to get the camera in. The brackets are held to the smoke box using two 5BA bolts. Here I put my scriber in the hole to centralise it, and then I press both of the bolts into position. They are long 5BA bolts. Why are they long? It just makes it easier to get the nuts on the inside. First of all, I tried this method to fit the nuts onto the bolts, my very long narrow nose pliers and a socket on the outside. After dropping the nut into the smoke box many times, I decided this would be a better option. This stuff is SAS nut lock and it's quite sticky, so I applied some of it to my fingertip, and then I could stick the bolt to my fingertip. This is infinitely better than using cyanoacrylate or superglue, because it doesn't stick the bolt permanently to your finger. It's just sticky enough to allow you to align the nut with the bolt. This job took a lot longer than I thought it was going to do. Once I'd finally got both of the nuts on, I used a spanner on the inside and a socket on the outside to tighten up the bolts. I will be touching these bolts in with some red paint once I've finished the job, just to stop them going rusty. And because they are steel, I may try just a dab of etch primer first. It's time now to turn the locomotive round to do exactly the same at the other side. This locomotive is quite heavy for its size. And unfortunately, I'm starting to show my age. There was a time when I would lift my 7¼ inch gauge titch locomotive off the bench, out of the garage and down onto the ground level track, but I really couldn't do that now. I would actually struggle to lift this locomotive. I think I could lift it, but I wouldn't be able to walk very far with it. When I bought it, myself and the previous owner, who was about the same age as me, both managed to lift it and put it in the car. There's not a lot more I can say in this video, except I will show you a preview of the next episode. This is a 7/64 of an inch diameter shaft, threaded 6BA at each end to hold this in place, the filler cap. And yes, I know the polishing of the cap is not perfect, but neither is the silver soldering. That's the way of things. Don't forget, I want this to look like an engine that was built in 1987, not last week. And that concludes this episode. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.